Hello, my loves. Welcome to my closet. If you're new here, I'm Kelsey. Nice to meet you. We have been working our way through Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher album, and we have made it till the end. We are on the last song, I Know the End. If you want any of the other videos for the rest of the songs, they are in my Phoebe Bridgers playlist. And I think as I was listening through this album, I got the feeling that I should have listened to it like all the way through. Even though I did listen to it like in order, I just feel like it was so cohesive. It really would have added an extra layer to the experience if I had just listened to it like all the way through. So I think that may be how I do the next album. But with all that said, let's dive right into the last song and see what she has for us.
Somewhere in Germany, but I can't place it. Man, I hate this part of Texas. Close my eyes, fantasize. 3 clicks and I'm home. When I get back, I'll lay around. Then I'll get up and lay back down. Romanticize a quiet life. There's no place like my room. But you had to go. I know, I know, I know. Like a wave that crashed and melted on the shore. Not even the burnouts are out here anymore. And you had to go. I know, I know, I know. Out in the park we watched the sunset, talking on a rusty swing set. After a while you went quiet and I got mean. I'm always pushing you away from me, but you come back with gravity. And when I call, you come home, a bird in your teeth. So I gotta
Sorry, hold on. Okay, wow, hold on. So, real quick. So the first verse, I don't know if each paragraph is a verse. I don't have Genius up yet, so I don't know. The first paragraph, whatever it is, the somewhere in Germany part, that part kind of confuses me. I'm holding out till we look at Genius to see what I get from there, because I feel like that's maybe a specific something and I don't know what she's talking about. But I like the imagery of close my eyes, fantasize, 3 clicks and I'm home, and then the added into the when I get back I'll lay around, I'll get up and lay back down, romanticize a quiet life, there's no place like my room. That, I love the imagery of that. It makes me feel like, she's, maybe on tour or something, or, traveling, or just no longer in her hometown, and that kind of nostalgic, homesick feeling of like, maybe not necessarily homesick, at least not complete, that's not the full picture. It's just kind of like this resolve that you get sometimes when you're away from home, to like, okay, I'm gonna not take home for granted anymore. Like I'm gonna appreciate it, because I appreciate it now in this moment when I'm not there. So when I get back, I am going to appreciate it. I'm not going to take it for granted, because in those moments it's easy to see, it's like one of those grass is greener type of thing. So that's the imagery that part gave me. And then the but you had to go, I know, I know, I know. Like a wave that crashed and melted on the shore, not even the burnouts are out here anymore, and you had to go, I know, I know, I know. I don't know who's the you. I'm hoping that I'll start putting that together, because I haven't figured out like who she's singing to, because so far all of the pronouns have been I. She's talking about herself. But I love the like a wave that crashed and melted on the shore, and then not even the burnouts are here anymore, and you had to go, I know, I know, I know. I love that. Not even the burnouts are here anymore. Like this vibe of like this small town that everyone desperately wanted to escape from. And maybe it's not necessarily, it could be a metaphor. It may not be like a literal place. where people wanted to escape from so desperately that not even the burnouts are left. They've even left. It could be like a metaphor maybe for like a mentality or a place, a state of being where not even the burnouts. I don't know. I'm still putting all the pieces together. I'm just kind of, this is a stream of consciousness. I'm sorry. But this next part is where the lyrics are just getting like really interesting. Out in the park, we watched the sunset, talking on a rusty swing set. After a while, you went quiet and I got mean. I'm always pushing you away from me, but you'd come back with gravity. So after a while, you went quiet and I got mean. I love the way that paints a picture in my head. Like I can see this all happening. Them on the swing set and this person getting quiet and her getting mean. I can for some I know it's simple, but it's playing out in my head, and I love that. That's why sometimes simple is good, mixed in with the metaphors and this stuff. And then this part, this is why I was like, oh, and I paused because it says, but you come back with gravity, and when I call, you come home, a bird in your teeth. That has to be a reference to the other song that was talking about. Oh, see, this is the problem with me splitting up the songs. It was the one where she's talking about, she references herself as a dog bringing a bird as a gift to this person. I can't, was it Savior Complex or Moon Song? It was one of the ones about the relationship where she was she was referring to herself as the dog. But in this song, I think that's a reference to the same concept, except for she's saying about the other person, saying, but you come back with gravity, and when I call, you come home, a bird in your teeth. So I wonder if she's talking about a different person in this song. Maybe like, yeah, I hope Genius has more information, because it kind of gives me the imagery so far, the feeling of this person she's singing about kind of being to her what she was to that other person in that song. Whereas like, no matter what she, for better or worse, no matter what she puts on them or puts them through, how mean she gets when she pushes them away, they still are going to come back and want to please her. That's where we're at so far. Let's keep going.
And I got me. I'm always pushing you away from me, but you come back with gravity. And when I call, you come home, a bird in your teeth. So I gotta go. I know, I know, I know. When the sirens sound, you'll hide under the floor.
Oh, I just realized she said, I gotta go this time.
I'm gonna chase it. I know, I know, I know. I gotta go now. I know, I know, I know.
Oh my god, is that a violin coming in? Oh, I should have, just real quick though. So now she's saying so I gotta go, instead of the last time she said, but you had to go. Now she's saying, so I gotta go. I know, I know, I know. When the sirens sound, you'll hide under the floor, but I'm not gonna go down with my hometown in a tornado. I'm gonna chase it. Oh, I love like the image that paints about her personality and who she is. You know what I mean? I know, I know, I know. I gotta go now. I know, I know, I know. And the way she's saying that part, oh.
I gotta go now. I know, I know, I know.
And then the violin. Oh, stop it. That's so good. I mean, don't stop. Keep going. It's picking up.
Driving out into the sun, let the ultraviolet cover me up. We're looking for machines, fear of God.
Road trip vibes, road trip imagery happening in my head. I don't know if that's accurate.
Big bolt of lightning hanging low over the coast. Everyone's convinced it's a government drone or an alien spaceship. Either way, we're not alone.
Oh, I'm getting chills.
Find a new place to be from. A haunted house with a picket fence to float around. A ghost, my friend. I'm not afraid to disappear.
Listen to these lyrics.
The voice said the end is near. I turned around, there was nothing there.
Oh, the swell that's happening.
Guess the end is here.
Oh, those backing vocals! Oh my god! Okay, wait, hold on. I'm sorry to. This is amazing. So amazing. I have so many chills, so I'm so sorry to get distracted by this. But if I don't say it out loud, it will be distracting me in my head, and I want to be able to finish out this song. There's like a minute left, so I want to be able to finish out, even if it's all just musical, like I want to be able to be in the zone, so I have to say this out loud. This piano, the piano that's happening in the back in this is reminding me so much of Twilight. Why? It's reminding, is it the song that Edward plays on the piano? The one that he writes for Bella? I can't remember if it's that one or if it's just one of like the other songs that happen in a intense moment or something. But if you know what I'm talking about, please tell me I'm not crazy. The piano, just in this section, sounds so much like that. Or I'm crazy. My brain isn't super good at... Just let me know. Just let me know. I need to go back a little bit. But I swear I'm not crazy. It sounds like... I think that's what it sounds like. Oh my gosh. It's like mesmerizing chaos. Is that her laughing?
Thousands of people.
Stop, that was so funny. Oh my god, I love that she finished out the album with like a little bit of personality. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. She and she starts like laughing at herself. Wow. Wow, guys, that had so many good lines in it. What the... And then it just like, the first half of the song was already like sonically beautiful. But then like that second half of the song where it just like starts picking up. I don't actually know if it was like perfect halves, but you know what I mean. It just like started picking up and then it just kept swelling and swelling and like, oh my god! That was so good. What the hell? Okay, so where did we stop lyric-wise? So I gotta go, I know. When the sirens sound, you'll hide under the floor, but I'm not gonna go down with my hometown in a tornado. I'm gonna chase it. Again, I love that line. It gives me, like, paints a picture of her, who she is and her personality. Driving out into the sun, let the ultraviolet cover me up. Went looking for a creation myth. That line, I'm hoping Genius tells me what the creation myth is supposed to be. Ended up with a pair of cracked lips. Love that line, though. Windows down, scream along to some America First rap country song. A slaughterhouse, an outlet mall slot. This gives me imageries of, like, a road trip. Like, they're driving cross country. Maybe escaping the town they were talking about. I don't know. Windows down, heater on. Big bolts of lightning hanging low over the coast. Everyone's convinced it's a government drone or an alien spaceship. I'm sure, I'm not sure. Genius may have some context on why she chose to put that in, but either way, I think it's, even without added context, to me, it just adds to the imagery and the feel of this, like, road trip that they're going on. Or they're just driving to get away. They're just, that kind of, either way, we're not alone. I'll find a new place to be from. I love that line. I'll find a new place to be from. A haunted house with a picket fence to float around and ghost my friends. Listen to that line. That's such a good lyric. A haunted house. Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm getting excited. A haunted house with a picket fence to float around and ghost my friends. Stop it, Phoebe. That's so good. No, I'm not afraid to disappear. The billboard said the end is near. I turned around. There was nothing there. Yeah, I guess the end is here. The end is here. The end is here. The end is here. Wow! Oh my god. Okay, I'm like still getting chills over this. Okay, Genius. Sorry for yelling at you guys. I get excited. Okay, cool. They have one for the Somewhere in Germany line. Let's see. Hopefully it's from Phoebe herself. As I've been told, anybody can write these, so I'm supposed to be looking out for the ones that are quotes from her. Oh, good. Okay. It says, in an interview with Belgian music site, Phoebe said this was one of her favorite lines from the album. She says, I like the first sentence of I Know the End because there is a funny story behind it. While touring the previous album in Europe, we got off the tour bus and it was raining. Someone from the crew then said, damn, I hate this part of Texas. And I have always remembered that. Okay, that's funny. That's funny then. 3 Clicks and I'm Home. In the 1939 adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. I was wondering if that's a Wizard of Oz thing. She clicks her heels 3 times and recites the phrase. I didn't say it because I didn't want to be dumb. There's no place like home. Phoebe spins it to a more mundane sounding no place like my room, emphasizing the comfort and solitude that her room provides. I love that. Okay, when I get back, I'll lay around this part. It says, Phoebe explained the feeling that these lines are meant to evoke. When you're on tour, at least I do this, like I save recipes on Pinterest and I'll decide I'm going to garden now. I mean, I've been home for like over a year and I have no garden. I think it's just that idea of romanticizing your life, and then when you get home, what you actually do is nothing compared to what you fantasized about. I think that kind of goes along with what I was saying. Maybe slightly different, but I think I was kind of on the right page, where you're like, when you're away, you're like, I'm not going to take these things for granted. I'm going to, I'm going to do them. I'm going to appreciate them. I'm going to live, I'm going to live, what am I trying to say? All your home has to offer. Why is my brain not finishing that the beginning of the sentence for me? You're going to utilize your home for all it has to offer. That's not how I wanted to say that, but my brain is blocking me. Anyways, okay, so has one for not even the burnouts are here anymore. Phoebe refers to burnouts or drug users that she often sees hanging around the beach. Burnouts are also often delinquents who don't fit within societal norms, so it is extremely telling that even they have been affected by the apocalyptic events depicted in the song. Oh, okay, so maybe it's... Okay. In an interview with Genius, Phoebe explained that the song is obviously a lot about the apocalypse, and I just thought of different subsets of people that would be affected by it, and the kids that hang out every day surfing when they finally go. I feel like you really know that that shit's going down. Okay, yeah, I didn't connect those dots, but that is very interesting and very true. So I kind of had this image of them like escaping this, small town, like on the one hand, being nostalgic for it and seeing and romanticizing it, but then also like once you actually get there, like you just have to escape. Like there's not every part of you just needs you to get out. That's kind of what I was interpreting. So I totally missed the whole like apocalyptic thing. So the out in the park, we watch the sunset, talk on a rusty swing set. It says, the depiction of a sunset and rusty swings add to the apocalyptic imagery of the song. Similarly, the rusty swing set acts as a sort of juxtaposition, as it would usually be associated with youth and fun, but instead is shown to be old and unused. This perhaps signifies a coming of age moment in which Phoebe moves on from her childhood and is ready for whatever the apocalyptic climate brings as she moves into the adult phase of her life. Is the apocalypse metaphoric for becoming an adult? At least maybe partly. Okay, sorry. In an interview with Genius, Phoebe explained that I remembered all these nights I would cancel on my friends and be like, I'm just going to have a relaxing night in. And then by like 9 p.m., you realize you wish you'd gone out or something. So I would walk down from this apartment to the park next door and just like sit on the swings because it made me feel like at least I left my house. Interesting. Okay. And then I'm always pushing you away from me, but you come back with gravity. Phoebe draws a parallel between the action of her pushing the subject on the swings they are sat on away from her. Oh, I didn't even realize that connection. I thought she meant like emotionally pushing them away, like what metaphorically. And the fact that she has a habit of pushing those close to her away. Yeah, that part that I connected from her as an act of self-preservation. But that's so clever to talk about that on the swings. I didn't realize that, and that is so clever. Nevertheless, like gravity always brings the subject back to her. And the gravity, duh! That's so clever! How did I miss that? Like gravity always brings the subject back to her in a physical sense as she pushes them on the swing. I got the other part, I just missed the whole like literal part and how it made the metaphor all that much more genius. Phoebe understands that the subject will always come back to her emotionally too. Yeah, that part I caught on to, but I did not grasp the full genius of that metaphor. And then when I call home, you come home, the bird in the teeth part. Phoebe explains that her ex coming back after a breakup is similar to a dog coming after they kill a bird. They are always ready to jump back into the relationship and they want to show off something that they have changed about themselves, the bird in the teeth. This calls back to the imagery from Moonsong. Moonsong was the one. So I'll wait for the next time you want like a dog when you saw the dead bird. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Yeah, okay, so this could potentially be about the same ex, but it's the power in the relationship has shifted because they are coming back to her and doing the whole love bombing like thing, I've changed, all that stuff. I get it. Okay, when the sirens sound, you'll hide under the... No, come on, Genius, cooperate. This is another reference to The Wizard of Oz, in which Dorothy's home in Kansas is swept up in a tornado. Unlike Dorothy, who learns that she prefers to stay home after going on her adventure, Phoebe is not wedded to her hometown and won't stay there. Oh, okay. Sirens are typically used to sound off a tornado warning, during which the proper procedure... Yeah, we know that. In an interview with Genius, Phoebe gave insight into her thought process when writing these lyrics by saying, "This is where I thought of what would actually go down if the world was ending and I was still in LA. My friends who were too scared to leave would be in bunkers and I would drive up the Interstate 5 freeway and go to a place that doesn't exist." Very interesting. Okay. So... stay with me. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm making such a long video. I have a lot. I'm so interested in this song. Okay, so driving out into the sun, let the ultraviolet cover me up. In accordance with the apocalyptic narrative of this track, Phoebe has likely alluded to the destruction of the ozone layer. In an interview with Genius, Phoebe explained the meaning behind these lyrics. I'm super, super white, and every time I go into the sun, it's just like poison. So I think of driving out in the sun, and Icarus. How do you say that? Icarus? I used to know, I swear, and now I can't remember. And then you just get scorched. Yep. Freckle gang. I just burn and then peel and then get more freckles sometimes. Oh, this was the line. Okay. I don't want to make this video too long, but I did want to see this creation myth one. A creation myth is a symbolic account of the creation of the world in a particular culture or region. In description of Chinese satellite, Phoebe says, I have no faith, and that's what it's about. My friend Harry put in the best way ever. He was like, man, sometimes I just wish I could make the Jesus leap, but I can't do it. These lines in the song reference the idea of Phoebe trying to make the Jesus leap, but coming back with nothing. Oh, went looking for a creation myth. Okay, so like went looking for something to believe in. I see. Ended up with pair of cracked lips. Wow. Okay, windows down, scream along to some America first. Okay, I need to see that one too. Is this a specific... Okay, she's likely not referencing a specific song, but a genre. That's kind of what I was thinking, is maybe just like the whole genre. Slaughterhouse, slot machines, all of that. Sorry, I'm scanning. Okay, so she's bringing up slot machines, you know, talking about inherent greed of capitalist America with the God-fearing beliefs of much of the American population, talking about the hypocrisy of many of them show and demonstrating greed, one of the 7 deadly sins, while claiming their religious morality. Yeah, okay, I get that. I see. Okay, let me read this last little bit. The end is near. So the billboard said the end is near. I turned around. There was nothing there. Yeah, I guess the end is here. The end is near is a slogan often used by evangelical Christians in reference to the rapture. Okay, this relates back to the 3rd verse of Chinese Satellite. You were screaming at the evangelicals. They were screaming right back from what I remember. Here at the end of the album, Phoebe concedes that perhaps the evangelicals are right and the end of the world is truly nigh. Yes, I get it. The outro starts as a triumphant chorus of voices singing The End Is Here, containing vocals from Bridgers, Malcolm McRae, Lucas Frank, Connor Oberst, Kane Tomberlin, Christian Lee Hudson, Blake Mills, Nick Zinner, Lucy Dacus, and Julian Baker. Suddenly, the chorus shouts, raw, as the outro transitions to a louder, more chaotic, I said chaos, and dramatic... stop moving. Cascade of voices, screaming, and instruments reflecting the album's apocalyptic theme. Oh, yeah. The melody in this part is a callback to the first song, the instrumental DVD menu, which brings the album full circle. Is that why it sounded familiar? It sounds like Twilight. I swear. Okay, I'm going to listen to that part. I'm going to go listen to DVD menu. And then I'm also going to go listen to the piano song in Twilight and find out if I'm losing my goddamn mind. That'll be funny. Okay. Wow. This album was very surprising. Thank you guys so much for suggesting it. I had so much fun listening to it. It was so intriguing and mesmerizing, like I said before, and I am just... I don't think there's a better word than intriguing. It was intriguing, and I am now intrigued by her. That is the perfect word. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I listened to this album. Like I said, the next one I will probably do as one long video, and we'll see how that goes. So feel free to let me know which one you prefer. Either way, I'm just kind of, as you know, this channel, at the time of posting and recording, this channel is very new. So I'm still trying to figure out what format works best for all these things, as I'm also learning how to do them, because I'm not super great with this stuff. But I am learning step by step. So anyways, feel free to give me, feedback and let me know which format you prefer, all of that stuff. I'm open to it. No worries there. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. I believe I will be doing melodrama next. I think what I'm going to do is do melodrama next, and then do Haim's first album. That's kind of what I'm playing with. Don't hold me to it. That's not set in stone. But that's kind of, I can't decide if I want to do all of Haim's albums back to back to back, or if I want to do one break it up, do another one. So anyways, I'm figuring it all out, but that's kind of the tentative schedule for what's coming up. And I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful night.